Al een tijd lang ontvangen wij vragen over de digitale euro. Een digitale munt centraal uitgegeven door de Europese Centrale Bank zelf. En dat is ook niet zo gek, want nationale parlementen staan in dit proces zo goed als buitenspel. De enige plek waar de Europese Centrale Bank verantwoording aflegt is hier, in het Europees Parlement. En al een tijd hebben wij een dialoog met Fabio Panetta van de Europese Centrale Bank om te vragen van hoe die digitale euro er precies uit moet komen te zien. Vandaag gaan we hem de fundamentele vraag stellen. Waarom moet die digitale euro er nou precies komen? En wie heeft hierom gevraagd?
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Mr. Panetta, for coming to the European Parliament again. It's always good to have a talk on the digital euro regularly. Because interest in CBDCs, or the digital euro in our case, is quite high in the Netherlands. There was a debate in the Tweede Kamer, the Dutch Parliament, and there were lines actually outside because, and in the end, people couldn't fit in the room. Now, in the European Parliament, unfortunately, we don't have that problem, but not yet. But it shows that the Dutch public is interested in this subject, and since it is known I'm working on the digital euro, I'm getting bombarded with emails from concerned citizens. Now, I'm not a believer in conspiracy theories, and we have regular talks on this project, and we have covered many topics. And you confirmed that the digital euro will not be programmable. You confirmed that, and we will not see Chinese-style social credit payment schemes. It will not be integrated in the EU digital identity. You confirmed there will not be a negative interest rate. You will confirm that there's no exchange rate between the digital euro and the regular euro. Cash will not disappear, as you said. We have a clear cash strategy within the Eurozone. And you confirmed that you want to safeguard privacy and not sell our data or do anything fishy with that. And it's not obliged. So with all this confirmed, my question to you is actually quite simple. And it comes up because it's difficult to explain to Dutch voters is where is the demand for a digital euro? Why do we need a digital euro? And it's follow-up to my colleague from the EPP. And I think the question has not been clearly answered. Who wants a digital euro? Because if we look at the advantages of a digital euro, instant payments, there already are instant payments. I'm the rapporteur on the instant payments file. Your money is safe. Well, money is already safe under the deposit guarantee scheme. And if we talk about financial inclusion, well, financial inclusion in the Eurozone is quite redundant as a subject. So, you know, I worked in the private sector before. Where is the business case for the digital euro? And can you please explain that to the voters in the Netherlands as well? Thank you so much.
I'm aware of the discussion which is ongoing in the Netherlands. And that is one of the reasons why I will not call the conditional payments in the old way. Because the name is misleading, and the definition was misleading. We don't want to do any programming of what people can or cannot do. We want to offer an instrument that, if the user agrees with his or her intermediary, could give the possibility to do conditional payments. On why we need this, there are several reasons. First, we are a very peculiar type of monetary union. A monetary union in which, for a number of instances, there is no single means of payment that you can use everywhere. Not even cash. In your country, cash can be used with some difficulty because only some shops accept cash. And if you travel from the bottom south of Europe to the top north, there is no individual means of payment that can be used, especially for the type of transactions which are becoming more and more popular, e-commerce. Suppose that in 20 years from now, people will not want to, my kids don't use cash. And I guess that in 30 years from now, less and less people will use cash. The dominant type of transactions would be digital. We would be a strange jurisdiction, a sovereign without its money. I think this would be absolutely unacceptable for a large jurisdiction like the euro area. That's number one. Also, we know from past experience and from historical examples that when you don't have a riskless asset, by the way, there is no experience whatsoever in any economy, in economic history of an economy working without a riskless asset, unless there is instability. And this was the case before the introduction of safe money. There are examples of the free banking period in the United States, the UK, also Italy, in Switzerland, in which the absence of a riskless asset induced people, especially in crisis periods, to search around to understand the value of their commercial bank money. And given that no numeraire was available, like you have today at the ATM, you go to the ATM, you withdraw cash from your bank account, and you understand that your bank account is giving good money. Of course, this is something which could happen in very extreme situations, but there is no experience of any economy, certainly not a modern industrialized, financialized economy that is working without a safe asset. Then I could tell you that suppose that we don't issue a digital euro, but somebody else issues. One large country, possibly not in the euro area, I don't make the name, right? China, and suppose that in 20 years from now, that currency would become very popular. Can we rule out that we would be affected by the circulation of currency, digital currency? If people want to pay digitally, then there's only one country issuing safe money digitally. Can we rule out the possibility that we would be, let me exaggerate a little bit, invaded by that money? And given that it takes years to prepare for the issuance of a digital currency, we better be prepared. And this is not science fiction. This is not a risk that is behind the corner. But again, let's look at history. Until World War I, the reserve currency globally was the pound, because of the strength, the power of the UK as an economy, the Commonwealth, the army. After World War I, it became very clear that the superpower at the global level was not the UK, but that became the US. In a matter of 10 years, and there are very historical analysis of this, the dollar took over. So it is true that we don't see any possibility today that the digital renminbi will be used in the euro area. Can we exclude that in 30 years from now this will not be the case? There could be a threat. There could be an undesirable importance of foreign digital currencies in the euro area? I don't think so. It's better to be prepared. We're not issuing. We are getting ready in case you decide to issue.
Nou, u ziet het. De ogenschijnlijke voordelen van de digitale euro zijn eigenlijk al teniet gedaan. En de reden waarom de Europese Centrale Bank met dit project doorgaat, is dus heel speculatief. Dat is iets wat mogelijk in de toekomst zou kunnen gebeuren. Wat ons betreft weinig redenen om aan dit hele project te beginnen.